Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be food review of the Italian roast beef dip sandwich and the Italian roast beef dipping sauce from Arby's. So I made a crucial mistake in my previous review, and it was kind of controversial because I made a huge mistake. So, if you guys have not checked out my video yesterday, food review of $10.79 meat and three meal from Arby's, I thought the Italian roast beef dip sandwich from Arby's was a part of that meal. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. So I would like to say sorry for not reviewing the item that was intended to be reviewed in that review. I'm happy that I reviewed the 3 and meat meal on my channel, and I'm really happy about that. But that was not the intended review. The intended review was for me to review the Italian roast beef dip sandwich from Arby's, which I did not. Apparently, the sandwich that I reviewed in the meal was the classic Arby's French dip sandwich from Arby's. So unfortunately, I did not try the Italian roast beef dip sandwich from Arby's in that video, in that review. And I'm sorry about that, guys. Now, you guys probably already know about this already, because I edited my previous food review. I edited it with the correct information, and then I also I put out a community post explaining what happened. Basically, I didn't really do enough research into the meal, and I didn't really do enough research into the Italian roast beef dip sandwich, and that's why I was confused. I honestly thought it was a part of the three and meat meal, but it was not. So it's its own separate item. You can get the item individually, or you can get it in a meal. I got the meal with the Italian roast beef dip sandwich with the Italian roast beef dipping sauce. And then, as a usual Joey, I got my large Coke, and I got the curly fries off screen. So, I'm sorry for the false advertising in the previous review, and I'm sorry if I kind of inconvenienced you with that video. Overall, the review itself was pretty good, but the information in the video is not accurate because I did not review the Italian roast beef dip sandwich in that video. I just reviewed the classic roast beef dip sandwich from Arby's in that video. Now we're on to the actual review, the actual item that I wanted to review today. And like I explained in my previous video, my cousin Amanda and her husband John have already tried this already. They said to me that they didn't like it. They said the sandwich tasted weird, the roast beef tasted weird, and they didn't really like the peppers and the pickled relish on it. Now, the peppers and the pickled relish on the sandwich has a specific name for it, but I'm just going to call it peppers and pickled relish to make it simpler for people to understand. And then we also got the au jus Italian dipping roast beef sauce, which is au jus. That's the real name for it. But I keep it simple by just calling it the Italian roast beef dipping sauce. So here is the sandwich that I meant to review. Here's what it looks like. The actual sandwich that I was supposed to review. There is going to be no controversy in this video. There is no mistakes. This is the Italian roast beef sandwich from Arby's, and there's no controversy, there's no mistakes, no false advertising, and no inconvenience. So here it is, the Italian roast beef sandwich. It has the roast beef and the Italian roast beef and the peppers and the pickled relish. So let's do the taste test. Hmm. Okay. Also forgot to mention that it has roast beef on it, or it has Swiss cheese on it as well. Okay, let's try it with the dipping sauce. Okay. Oh boy. I'm trying not make mess with this. Okay. We good. Alright. So we got the dipping sauce here. We got the sandwich. Here's what the au jus sauce looks like. Tried it in the previous video. Not new, but we're going to try it with this sandwich. Hmm. 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 So. Okay. A napkin off to the side. Alright, boys and girls, what are my overall thoughts on the Italian roast beef dipping sandwich from Arby's? Overall, I think the sandwich is okay. I think personally, I prefer the classic French dip. French dip, the classic roast beef French dip sandwich from Arby's more. I mean, really, there's not too much of a difference between the French dip and the Italian dip. It has the croissant roll. It has it has the roast beef. The only difference is that it has peppers on it, which, I don't know, for some people might be hit or miss. Personally, I think the sandwich is okay. I don't hate it as much as my cousin Amanda and her husband John do. Basically, they tried it. They said the sandwich tastes weird. They didn't like the roast beef, and they didn't really like the peppers on it. I would have to say that I kind of agree with them. Like, it's not the best sandwich I've had, but it's not the worst. I think it's average. I think it's okay. Um, I don't know. I just don't really like the peppers on it, in my opinion. I think the peppers are all right, and it gives a good spice to it, but roast beef sandwiches are not supposed to be spicy from what I know of. So, honestly, I think overall it's average. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would recommend it. If you want to try something new from Arby's and you haven't been to Arby's in a really long time, I would recommend this. Because, I mean, right now, this is really the only new item out at Arby's right now. And I know that I reviewed the 3 and meat meal in the previous review, but Pretty much that whole meal wasn't new other than the peach cobbler roll, which I did review in that video, and I love the peach cobbler roll, but yeah, for as new sandwiches, this is the only new one. They also have the classic fish sandwich and the classic fish and cheddar sandwich, but that's not new. That's been a yearly thing at Arby's since 2001. So that's not really new either. But overall, I think it's average. I would give it a slight recommend. Some people might like this. Some people might hate it. It just depends if you really like roast beef sandwiches or not. It's an alright, average, okay roast beef sandwich. I have nothing against it. I personally prefer the French dip sandwich more than the Italian French dip. Or the Italian dip sandwich. But, you know, I don't really have much else to say. I'm kind of just rambling now, so it's a limited time thing. If you want to go pick it up for yourself because it's only a limited time. So go get it while you still can. It's at Arby's. That's where you can pick it up. You can pick it up at Arby's. And that is food review of the Italian roast beef dip sandwich from Arby's. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Period.